Alaska Bourbon Cabin. I'm Dylan.
I'm Connor.
What do we have today? We have Penelope.
Yeah, we've got one of Penelope's, which we can't get in Alaska. So excited to try. This will be our first stent.
That's right. So this is 4 grain. So what is 4 grain?
So I know very minimal about the Penelope, other than briefly looking at their website, briefly reading the bottle. And this bottle is a barrel strength bottle that is a blend. So they blended 3 different mash bills that came out to 4 different grains. So corn, rye, wheat, and malted barley are the 4 grains,
okay.
Correct?
Correct.
Yeah, so we'll see here what...
It's a pleasant nose, but
it's
kind of, it smells weak, I'll be honest.
I don't get a lot of flavors, but that proof comes through.
And this is a cask strength or barrel proof, barrel strength.
Barrel strength.
One of them.
They combined them, not cask strength and not barrel proof. It's barrel strength. They don't mean the same thing.
But yeah, I get the proof coming through, and I don't know if it overpowers the flavors or the flavors aren't there.
When it's only we say only, but it's only 112 proof, so it's not.
To be fair, on the bourbon
crazy.
cabin, that's not the highest proof we've encountered.
No, it's not even. I mean, it's in.
In fact, we'll verify this. It might be the weakest barrel strength, cask proof, whatever you want to call it. It might be the weakest barrel select we've ever encountered on this channel, which is not a negative. It's just an interesting point
just most of the barrel strengths, the cask proofs, they're going to be at least north of 120.
At least, yeah.
You know, pushing. I mean, we've got a couple that are in that 130s, so we don't quite have any in the 140s yet. But
let us know if you do.
Yeah.
All right.
Let us know where to find them, i.e., the Coy Hill.
Prost. Oh, that one kind of slaps my tongue around. That's
now, and I'm going to say the word that people kind of laugh at, but it's smooth.
You think so?
I do.
I have to disagree. I don't get smooth at all. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad, but it is. If people laugh at smooth, they're certainly going to laugh at what I'm going to say next, but loud. It's it goes in there and it rides my tongue around a little bit before it evens out.
I wouldn't disagree that it drinks hotter than 112.
Okay.
But I don't think that it's...
Okay. Second sip.
I mean, did you just take too big of a sip?
I might have taken too hot of a take.
Smacked yourself in the face there? Coming in hot?
Because second round, I still won't necessarily say it's smooth. When I'm thinking of a smooth bourbon, I'm thinking...
It's a smooth barrel proof.
Okay. Touche. Counterpoint. Probably the smoother barrel... I'm sorry, what the hell do they call this?
Barrel strengths.
I'm taking a very little sip.
Okay.
Because I want to try to find that smoothness.
It's there. I think it's there.
Okay, if I take my time with it.
So
that is weird. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. The first sip, I was like, "Whoa, holy dang! This is a wild bourbon." Third sip, maybe you're persuasive, but I'm starting to get it smooth. Now I'm sorry.
I can't say that it's great. I can't say it's phenomenal. I can't say I want to drink it every night like some of the bottles that we have opened or tried. But I think this would be a great, like, June, July, August, summertime. You want something that's got a little bit of heat to it. You know, late in the evening, maybe a nightcap, a summertime nightcap.
All right,
this is how I envision this.
I agree, and I'll expand. You have a heavy Maduro cigar. This would be a nice complementary bourbon with it. I agree with you. It's not the best in the world. The flavors are a little simple, so it's something you can kind of, I don't know, maybe go so far as say this would be a great mixer.
Ooh, I would think so.
Yeah, it would shine through.
It would, and you don't get like I don't get any of that spiciness of the rye. I can't
Absolutely
say,
not.
I don't. You know,
No.
there's no baking spice in there. There's no spiciness of the rye coming through. I think a summertime nightcap or a mixed drink. No, you other than the proof itself, you could overpower the flavors of this real fast.
Easy, yeah.
So you got to be careful if you wanted. If you wanted something like this to shine, you could overpower it real fast. But
so I guess to summarize, it's a little above average, but at the end of the day,
and I'm gonna save you what I paid for this until we give our rankings because I don't want to, for better or worse, I don't want to skew your.
I'll be honest, I don't know what it costs. I don't. But I can almost guarantee you, whatever its price range, I can already think of a better.
Okay.
And it's not to say it's bad.
So what would you?
It's just too average.
What would you be all right paying for this bottle? And you say, you know what? At this amount, I will always have a bottle on my shelf. I get to 10% left, and I'm going to go buy another bottle.
That's tough. Now we're in Alaska. Things are a little more expensive here. They're worth it. Do more videos on why Alaska is the best state in the union later, despite our lack of bourbon allocations. But to answer your question, what would I pay for this bottle to have it on my shelf
and say this is worth
all the time?
And this is worth it.
Yeah, I don't think that's fair because I'd say $30, and I know it's not $30.
I paid $84.99 for that bottle.
Yeah,
and it is not worth $84.99. And we don't know enough about Penelope because I don't ever see it on the shelf. I probably have overpaid for this bottle. But again, Penelope doesn't come to Alaska. We wanted to do the video on them.
It tastes too young. It tastes like they pulled it out of the barrel 3-4 years before it should have been.
And they only say that this is a minimum of 4 years. So this could be a 4.5 year bottle because they blend this. And they don't even give us the blends to say, that there's a 12 mixed with an 8 mixed with a 4. They just say a minimum of 4.
So if I had to bet money on this, they're all 4.
Somewhere between 4 and 4.5.
We'd give you a flavor profile, but frankly, I don't have anything but it's a little hot and
it's generic
bourbon.
Pay $30 or $35. Don't pay $90 for this bottle. Don't pay $80 for this bottle.
Yeah, honestly, it's almost in the Daniel's Beam range with me. It's okay. Anyway,
I've got my number.
Okay, I got my number.
Okay, now I'm gonna give you my number, and before he says anything, I'm gonna explain because I don't know. He could be higher. He could be lower. 50.1.
I have my number. It's lower.
And it's lower. Okay. So 50.1 because we try our best not to take into consideration a cost. And
so I think that's probably why yours is higher.
So I think this is a very average bottle. Mm-hmm. But because you get a little bit of that sweetness and the smoothness, I don't think it is average at 50.0. And so I gave it 1/10 of a point for the smoothness and the sweetness.
Okay.
So that's how I got to 50.1.
Boy, that was well said. Mine feels too low now. But to be fair, I think I might have weighted the price.
Okay.
Into it a little too much. But I put 42.3.
Okay.
So not
an
too
8
far
point
off.
difference. 8 point difference.
Now, frankly, if you had to go with one of our ratings right now, I'll say his is probably more fair. However, I just think there are better, cheaper bourbon. And see, there's the key word, cheaper. Yeah. But there are better, cheaper bourbons out there, and this did nothing to really wow me. Is it bad? Hell no. It's a fine bourbon. It's okay. I wouldn't buy it again.
No, and I'm gonna end this video with a polarizing statement that I'm not proud to say.
It's still better than Blanton.
It's still better. Sorry,
plug my own.
I was gonna say that if this is what Penelope has to offer, don't bring it to Alaska. Leave the shelf space for something else.
That is polarizing. That is.
Let us know what you guys think. Have a good evening.
Next time on Alaska Bourbon Cabin.